Yo gang, back again. Oi. Massive shout out goes to for suggesting this one, and this one is Bugzy Malone's Kilos featuring Aitch. So without further ado, let's get into this one.
Yo.
Giving that, the guitar gives it that Pablo Escobar vibes, isn't it?
Pulling up with some of the bodies you've ever seen, and they don't want it with us, they just want to be part
of the team. Them Malone creps look cold, you know.
High profile, we never be low key. Built from the ground, we grew from a nosy. Kilos, we move keys. I say kilos, we move keys. I thought I'd hit him with something a little different. I don't need your contacts, cause I got 20/20 vision. If I put the money down, it means you're definitely going missing. Come a long way from stud whipping in the kitchen. I'm starting something different. Badges in the posse, and I was on the road hoping to turn into a Nike. When I went through the door, felt like my city didn't bat me. Now I see the younger niggas coming up and I'm just clapping. Cause you got a pre the pattern. Took off the door, put it on the map. Come back, then I passed the baton. What they say now doesn't matter. Cause I went clear back in 015, so I don't watch the chitter chat. Now I feel like an El Chapo, sitting in my cell raggle. When it gets to 12, I know I'm about to bail. Even though I'm in jail, I still got the A for sale. I don't know about the news cause I don't watch the Daily Mail. Check this one. I got the B Malone face put in the bus down Escobar just to set the pace.
Nah,
the brand
you gotta wonder like
away the pain, but I stopped crying for my cousin cause he's in a better place. Tell him
what's Aitch gonna do on this, innit?
Cause I'm sick of having stacks just sitting in the safe. They'll have to bring the chopper out if I decide to take chase. Cause I'm in supercars now and nobody can relate. And it's the modern day mafia shutting down the scene. Pulling up with some of the bodies you've ever seen. And they don't want it with us, they just wanna be part of the team. Cause we move kilos, we move keys. High profile, we never be low key. Built from the ground, we grew.
Tell them, high profile, come on.
Kilos, we move keys. I said kilos, we move keys.
You know I get it, how I get it, nothing more to be said. Turn into a young boss, I'm doing more for the bread. More money, more fame, there's just more on my head. And I'm hungry, so you better put more on the check. Realest rapper in the game, someone tell me otherwise. Never spot a lie, don't compare me to no other guys. They ain't got a vision, man, they're blind as if they shut their eyes. Gotta play position in this life and then you up your price. I'm just trying to drop a couple gems. Had to grow a pair of balls and go drop a couple friends. I swear to God, everybody loves you at the start, but we'll see how many people really love you in the end. Cause they see you eating, get jealous and wanna turn the back. Fuck them, then it's not, leave the bridge and get to burning that. Got off dressing, they hate me because I'm earning cash. Little pussy hoes make me laugh, they come like Bernie Mac. Step with some brothers from a city full of cranks. You know all the bad bitches are fucking with a mank. Man, I flap it with the hands, fit the body with a shank. I just smoke another spliff, then I bust another skank. Clip full of hits, watch when I make it bang. Get my whip with a chick, got my dick up in the plans. But she can't be bae, not a chance, not a way. That Aitch gonna stay, sorry, what can I say?
Modern day mafia shutting down the scene. Pulling up with some of the bodies you've ever seen.
Like, what can you say?
Jesus. We move kilos, we move keys. High profile, we never be low key. Built from the ground, we grew from a nosy. Kilos, we move keys. I say kilos, we move keys. I'm like a drug lord, sitting with a plug, talking money the way that I'm bringing all of this clothing into the country. Wanna see the back of the lorry, filled to the top with a little B Malone stamp sitting on each box. I got the cufflinks, waistcoat, dicky bow tie. I'm in a 3-piece suit, looking like a Frank White. I take a bus through the mountains to the factory, and I still represent the 6-1. That's the gang sign. And it's the modern day mafia shutting down the scene. Pulling up with some of the bodies you've ever seen, and they don't want it with us, they just wanna be part of the team. Cause we move kilos, we move keys. High profile, we never be low key. Built from the ground, we grew from an OC. Kilos, we move keys. I say kilos, we move keys.
Hey.
Mafia shutting down the scene.
Come on. Like Bugzy's truly enjoyed himself, you know. Come on.
Kilos, we move keys. High profile, we never be low key. Built from the ground, we grew from an OC. Kilos, we move keys. I say kilos, we move keys.
Hey, you know them different kind of skanks there, like, yo, when you're just up in it, Lord. Now, if you're aware of where both Bugzy Malone and Aitch come from, being the city of Manchester in England, you'd know as two of their biggest street artists, this collaboration had to happen. As most of you already know, Bugzy Malone himself came up on the scene through.
Alright, Jammer, come let's do this. I grab Chip in the headlock and use him. I'm from a little town called Manchester. I'm about to do this million views thing.
Being that classic back and forth he had with
You want a life for the kids on YouTube, you can't play with my mind. Look, I'll turn you into lamb neck soup, can't pull all over my eyes.
Which set new precedents at the time when it came down to online diss tracks. And anybody who's watched the street music scene over the past 18 months or so would be aware of Aitch's stellar rise.
Trust me, I'm the coldest Donny, this ain't nothing like ice. Told you she don't like rides, but says she wanna ride mine. You're taking it to 5 guys, I beat her in my guys ride.
as his easygoing, multi-talented young brother has blown 3 stars out of the park.
I ain't got a chain, fam, I'm trying to make the dough grow. Won't see me in the range, I pick your gal up in the polo. You ain't getting low, blow off, no hold, just go home. Get back in your Mercedes on your solo.
And not dropped a whack verse yet.
Young Aitch, fly boy, Mac Daddy with a juice. Strike a pose, baby girl, you're looking sassy for the shoot. Came from Nottingham to Manny with a baddie in the coupe. I'm 19, she's 32, to her I'm actually a youth.
And Bugzy Malone, who calls himself the King of the North, having an Aitch feature on a track seems right at home. Now the beat itself being produced by Swifter Productions, who a while back produced another one of my favourite tracks on the UK grime scene.
Punching the neck with my backdoor key, yes. Boxing them out with my X6 key. Boxing the eye with a fob I used to log into my HSBC.
Starts this one off with a different vibe, with that steel string guitar, playing those South American melodies, and Bugzy Malone warming up his vocals before he comes in.
Yeah, yo.
And then he comes in delivering the hook.
And it's the modern day mafia shutting down the scene, pulling up with some of the baddest you've ever seen. And they don't want it with us, they just want to be part of the team. Cause we move kilos, we move keys.
Now we all know that rappers like to talk about the drug game in relation to the music game, and boastfully show how they handle their success when it comes to business, as they claim to have a natural aptitude for making money.
I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know it ain't where I've been, but where I'm about to go.
But anybody who's aware of Bugzy Malone's level of financial success would know that this most definitely applies to him.
High profile, we never be low key. Built from the ground, we grew from an OZ. Kilos, we move keys. I say kilos, we move keys.
Bugzy Malone comes in on his verse delivering the views of a self-made man.
I thought I'd hit him with something a little different. I don't need your contacts, cause I got 20/20 vision. If I put the money down, it means you're definitely going missing. Come a long way from stud whipping in the kitchen.
He briefly touches on the struggles and difficulties he had coming up into the music game, and how things have changed since then.
When I went through the door, felt like my city didn't back me. Now I see the younger niggas coming up and I'm just clapping.
Bugzy Malone also mentions the doors he's had to break down that are now open and are allowing other Manchester acts to come through.
Cause you gotta pre the pattern. Took off the door, put it on the map. Come back, then I passed the baton.
Now anybody who's been on social media would have noticed when Bugzy Malone himself said,
I'm one of the best paid MCs in the whole game. I still ain't got a chain with my fucking name on it. I don't give a shit. I put my money into the correct things. Half of the shit I've done, you aren't on camera. You ain't seen the investments that I've made.
Something I personally believe has the potential to be true.
What they say now doesn't matter, cause I went clear back in 015, so I don't watch the chitter chatter.
And this wouldn't be a decent Bugzy Malone track without his casual flexing.
Now I feel like an El Chapo, sitting in my cell raggle. When it gets to 12 I know I'm about to bail. Even though I'm sat in jail, I still got the year for sale. I don't know about the news cause I don't watch the Daily Mail.
And remembering that he called his album Be Inspired, he stays right on brand.
Check this one, I got the B Malone face, putting the bus down Escobar just to set the pace.
And as we know from
Thinking about before it all went bad, I never got dissed off my real dad. Now he tells people that I never give him anything, as if he was there from scratch.
Bugzy Malone briefly touches on those darker moments in his life.
We used to pour the brandy on the road to wash away the pain, but I stopped crying for my cousin cause he's in a better place. Tell him I want it bank transfer when the pain, cause I'm sick of having stacks just sitting in the safe.
Right before he comes back in with that hook.
And it's the modern day mafia shutting down the scene, pulling up with some of the baddest you've ever seen. And they don't want it with us, they just want to be part of the team. Cause we move kilos, we move keys.
Now I'm of the belief that Bugzy Malone being from Manchester and achieving such stellar accomplishments over the past few years must have been a huge inspiration to Aitch himself personally, and giving him that desire to go forward just knowing it was possible. So watching two Manchester artists come together on one track like this, from a lover of the music scene and a Londoner's perspective, is quite interesting.
High profile, we never be low key. Built from the ground, we grew from an OZ. Kilos, we move keys. I said kilos, we move keys.
Now I only had one question when I heard Aitch was featuring on this track, as Kilos and Aitch don't really seem to go together, as he himself is a street artist that doesn't really rap about that lifestyle.
That's facts, man, don't clap straps, but I slap tracks fast, barriers get smashed, dash straight to the cash, come back with a bag this.
So as to what this brother could deliver on this track, I was curious to see, as that hook winds down and Aitch comes in on his verse.
You know I get it, how I get it, nothing more to be said, turn into a young boss, I'm doing more for the bread.
Aitch approaches this from the perfect angle, mixing that big boss like cartel talk with actual facts from the business angle of his musical journey.
More money, more fame, there's just more on my head, and I'm hungry, so you better put more on the check.
And when he says,
realest rapper in the game, someone tell me otherwise, never spot a lie, don't compare me to no other guys.
It comes across as very true, because even on this track about Kilos, he's not changed up and become somebody else, and started rapping about a lifestyle he doesn't live. Aitch even display some of his business and street smarts, as he says.
They ain't got a vision, man, the blind is if they shut their eyes. Gotta play position in this life and then you up your price.
Which is a relatable role that a lot of us will have to play at some point in our lives. And his verse gets realist still, as he starts to break down the darker side of human nature.
I'm just trying to drop a couple gems, had to grow a pair of balls and go drop a couple friends. I swear to God everybody loves you at the start, but we'll see how many people really love you in the end.
When it comes down to dealing with success,
They see you eating, get jealous and wanna turn the back. Fuck them, then it's nothing, leave the bridge and get to burning that. Got off dressing, they hate me because I'm earning cash. Little pussy holes make me laugh, they come like Bernie Mac.
but as Aitch is wheeling off his bars, you get the feeling that he's never tied down by any of this bullshit, and seems to, like everything else, take it in his stride.
Step with some brothers from a city full of cranks. You know what the bad bitches are fucking with a mank. Man, I flap it with the hands, think the badder with a shank. I just smoke another spliff, then I bust another skank.
And this wouldn't be a complete Aitch verse without a line mentioning his dealings with the opposite sex.
Clip full of hits, watch when I make it bang. In my whip with a chick, got my dick up in the plans, but she can't be bae, not a chance, not a way. That Aitch gonna stay, sorry, what can I say?
As Bugzy Malone comes in on that last verse, the content of his bars suddenly make it clear as to what Kilos is about.
I'm like a drug lord, sitting with a plug, talking money the way that I'm bringing all of this clothing into the country. Wanna see the back of the lorry, filled to the top with a little Bugzy Malone stamp sitting on each box.
Being those many kilos of clothing that he's moved throughout stores like JD Sports. And we get to see a little bit more of that hustler side to him, as he says.
Got the cufflinks, waistcoat, dicky bow tie. I'm in a three-piece suit looking like a Frank White. I take a bus through the mountains to the factory, and I still represent the 6-1, that's the gang sign.
Now after that brief last verse, the visuals in this video make a lot more sense. As right from the top of this video, we see Bugzy Malone and what appears to be his workers in a factory bagging up and moving clothing in a way made to look like contraband. As we see the authorities rush in and Bugzy Malone himself making his escape. All the while throughout the video, him and Aitch remaining one step ahead of the law, as we see his performance shots in the open top Jeep and Aitch's performance shots in that villa, blended with those stellar shots on that boat.
It's the modern day mafia shutting down the scene, pulling up with some of the baddest you've ever seen, and they don't want it with us, they just want to be part of the team, cause we move kilos, we move keys.
This video itself did record numbers on Bugzy Malone's channel, hitting 1 million views in 48 hours.
Watch me. Oh, what?
Come on.
Oh, what?
God. The trip.
And as Bugzy Malone himself has a strong fan base, and anything involving Aitch does crazy numbers, it'd be nice to see them do this sort of thing again.
High profile, we never be low key. Built from the ground, we grew from an OZ. Kilos, we move keys. I said kilos, we move keys.
Let me know what you thought of Bugzy Malone's Kilos featuring Aitch in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys down there. Yo gang, it's your boy LeeToTheVI saying peace and love, and I'm out. Bow.